Alhaji Ibrahim Coomassie, the Sardaunan of Katsina. When I heard the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, that is the President General, on the radio this morning, I also heard the Secretary General of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Dr. Joe Mogu. They said that the people responsible for the attack that took place at Uzo Uwani, Enugu, were Hausa-fulanis. So as the chairman of the Arewa Consultative Forum, I want to get your perspective on that, sir.
Thank you very much. The responsibility for law and order in Nigeria, as you know very well, is the Nigeria police. We have not had Nigeria police having investigated the killings associated with the Hausa-fulani. There are several other killings. I was recently in southeastern part of this country, where I was honored by Honorary Dr. Degree by Usuka University and Namdi Azikwe University. I did make speeches, and we had meetings with Ohanaeze Ndigbo. The names you mentioned to me are not the current leadership of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. The current leader of Ohanaeze Ndigbo is there, and I have been communicating with him. We have even had a joint meeting in Enugu about this situation. I have not spoken to the Inspector General of Police to know the result of the investigation they are undertaking on the killings. So it is wrong. It is not safe to say it is the Hausa-fulani who are killing these people.
Gary Igariwe was the person that I spoke to this morning. He is the President General of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, and yes, he said he met you. Both of you had meetings. That was what he told me.
Yes.
Okay, so all right. So you think the Hausa-fulani henchmen are being profiled?
Well, how can Hausa-fulani leave the area and go to as far as southeast and start killing people like that? It is strange. But I'm not saying that it cannot be. Anything can happen nowadays. But let us allow the authorities to complete their investigation and then tell us who really killed who. Then we can act on that. But for the meantime, we should keep calm all over. Allow the government to do its job. Support the government of the day to fight corruption, find employment for people, and deal with security squad as they have started.
And people are calling from all parts of the world, especially those from the southeastern part of Nigeria. Many of them are of the opinion that this is a form of ethnic cleansing by the Hausa-fulanis. How do you react to that? As somebody who holds a very important position in that country, people respect, as the former Inspector General of Police, the Sardaunan of Katsina, you are a man a lot of people respect. What would you tell those people who are saying this is a form of ethnic cleansing?
That is, I'm sorry to use the language. This is rubbish. How can Hausa-fulani go to start ethnic cleaning in the southeast? They are not doing it in the north, anywhere in the north. So that statement is wrong. As I said, let us allow security agencies, especially the Nigeria police, to investigate and tell us who is killing who in that part of this country. As I told you, I have met Mr. Buhari, the current chairman of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. We are very close. We've been talking. We've been dealing with the situation. Even the resurgence of a new Biafra. It's a threat to law and order. I had made speeches. When they started, I was the first to talk about it. Biafra is finished since the end of the Civil War. We have head of state General Gawan one who declared that after they had surrendered, that there was no victor, no vanquished. And that he introduced them famous areas, reconciliation, rehabilitation, and the rest of it. And we have been working together, reconciling with everybody. And let me tell you, the Igbos who are living in the north, all the parts of the north, left their property during the Civil War. They came back and found their properties intact. Those buildings which were let out or rentage, the rentage collected were kept for them in the bank. And when they came back, they found everything intact. Is it the same with the South or Niger Delta, or Akwa in particular? Did the Igbos recover their properties? So please, let us not provoke issues. Let us continue to live together as one Nigeria. We lived for 100 years with on and off, but we survived it. We even celebrated it during President Jonathan period. We celebrated 100 years. We are now looking for the second 100 years, that is 200 years. Let us not distract this progress. We should learn to work together. We should talk instead of making threats. There is one evil man who is making threats up to the extent of committing crime, treasonable felony. He is now in the hands of the security agencies. They should talk to him to maintain law and order, to maintain peace. They should not provoke issues. Those who are saying that there is cleansing by Hausa-fulanu of some other people, they are making mistakes. You cannot do this in other people's territory. You can only do that when you are attacking some other people in your own territory. Please, this is not the case. If there is anything between herdsmen and the farmers, let us look at it properly. If there is any problem between Fulani and other Nigerians, let us look at it properly. Should we start now building ranches instead of allowing Fulani people to be moving about where there is pasture? These are some of the things. Can we rehabilitate the Fulani so that they can live happily and be more productive than they are today? Let us think about it. And who wants meat and milk? All of us. And those areas where there is problem now, they want meat. They have been buying this meat. They have been getting milk from these people. So let us look at the situation honestly and properly, and so that we can solve it and help each other instead of provoking issues by statements which are not correct.
So you think the grazing bill will solve the problem of...
It's part of it.
Okay.
It's part of it. You have what is making the Fulanis moving about with their cattle is looking for pasture, for grass, for green area to feed their cattle. If you go to other parts of the country in the world, you find ranches all over. Or the cattle are controlled, and they are being said, we can do this in Nigeria. So let us start looking at this instead of attacking each other for one reason or the other.
Well, Chairman, I know you're a very busy person, Sardaunan of Katsina. You're a very busy man. The last time I spoke with you, I think it was about 5 minutes, but today you've been gracious enough to talk with me for 12 minutes. We will continue to talk, sir, and that's what I would say. The world, everyone has listened to what you said, and we leave them to make their own judgment. According to Gary, your friend and the chairman of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, he said, yes, you were honored at the University of Nsukka. It means from you all the way from the northern part to be honored at that university. It means people appreciate what you are doing. So how to live as one nation, just like you have preached, people out there have heard you, and let them make their judgment. So once again, thank you, sir, for finding time to talk with me.
Thank you very much for locating me and getting me to talk to you. I'm prepared. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you all heard from Alhaji Ibrahim Coomassie, the Sardaunan of Katsina, and also the chairman of the Arewa Consultative Forum. He was also at one time the Inspector General of Police. I spoke with him 2 years ago when he was the co-chair of the National Conference. You heard from him, and like we do here, we leave you to be the judge.
Africa's #1 music station overseas, Nigerian FM.